All right, what is up, my friends? Welcome to the Monday video here on CoolStuffInc.com. Got a cool one for you today. This is a historic deck. Iter8, iteration, whatever you want to call it. Jokes aside, we've got an Arclight Phoenix deck. Arclight Phoenix kind of fallen by the wayside in historic, honestly, in a lot of other formats as well. Only really seeing a ton of play in Pioneer, and even then, kind of wavering off a little bit. But a new printing, somewhat new printing, from one of the Alchemy sets recently. Has given Historic a second set of iterations in Perilous Iteration. And this is a really, really cool card. Red-green sorcery. And you seek, which means to draw from a subset of cards, a card with mana value 2 or less, and then seek a card with mana value 3 or greater. Discard these cards at the beginning of your next turn's end step. So basically just draw 2. One's cheap, one's expensive, but you got to use them before your next turn they get discarded. Well, the way this deck is built, the only card in the deck that costs more than 2 is Arclight Phoenix. So every time you cast Iteration, it's effectively just like draw a card and then tutor up a Phoenix. If you end up discarding it to looting, awesome. If not, it'll get discarded naturally anyway. So it's a really, really cool addition to the deck. And you put that alongside Expressive Iteration, and now we have 8 iterations, 8 2-mana draw 2s, and a much better access to our Phoenixes, which is great. And you throw that onto the usual shell of Ledger Shredder, Cantrips, Dragon Rage Channeler, Unholy Heat, Faithless Looting, etc. So, really cool version of a deck, honestly. Super clean, super lean, playing Jegantha. Sideboard does some things in it you expect, honestly. Nothing too crazy here of a sideboard, but really, really cool looking list, and we're going to jam some games. So, let's get right to the games, brought to you by CoolStuffInc.com. Let's do it.
Cool Stuff Inc. is proud to sponsor Jim Davis. We offer great deals on card games, tabletop RPGs, board games, and more. Get a free token featuring Jim Davis and take 5% off your next order if you use the code JIM5 at checkout. CoolStuffInc.com. Cool stuff in stock.
All right. I mean, it's fine. Obviously, 4 lands is not ideal, but we have looting. We can cast on turn 1 with Phoenix. Discarding land Phoenix is totally fine, so we can keep this. Usually you don't play looting on turn 1, honestly, because you want to try and craft your hand first and then discard multiple things you actively want to discard. It's sort of like casting Brainstorm too early. But with 4 lands and a Phoenix, we're happy discarding Phoenix land here, so we'll just fire off on turn 1. I think. You know what? I think that's just still wrong. Let me just play Consider. Play Consider and say go. Just looking for more Phoenixes, looking for more information. And also, if we hit a red-green iteration, then we can... this is fine. Then we can try find more Phoenixes and just discard Phoenixes that way too. So take the looting, sure. Obviously just flash it back. So bin a land and draw another looting. All right, another land. Man, we stink at this. All right, let's cast looting. And we draw Shredder. All right, that's better. So discard this and discard a breeding pool. We're going to play Stomping Ground tapped and just say go. Next turn we can iterate or play Shredder spell. See what happens. Currently I have 1 Phoenix in the bin. Discard spell again. Sure. Take the Shredder. Interesting. They take Shredder, not iteration. This is obviously the 2-for-1. So like you'd think they want to take the draw to you rather than the creature they can probably kill. But works for me. Alright. Gonna iterate. We see an Arclight Phoenix, a Dragon Rage Channeler, and an Unholy Heat. The bad news is I have no red. So I actually get kind of screwed here. That sucks. We'll take Phoenix. And then we'll exile the Channeler, which definitely sucks. Yeah, it's definitely not cool. But is what it is. Play Sanctum and say go. So only got 1 card off the iteration. Not cool. They're playing some Jund, and they're playing some Crucius, Titan of the Waves. To for a 3/3. Bidding for end step, may discard a card if you do create a treasure token, and then choose Ambitious or Expedient. If you choose Ambitious, seek card mana value. So you just discard a card and get a card that costs more or less, your choice. We'll consider. And Heat's great, keep that. So end step, they discard a card. And we'll see if they discard a land, sure. Also get a treasure too, so... We draw Channeler. That's cool. Let's just Channeler and Unholy Heat and kind of just do our thing, right? Yeah, we gotta kill this thing, I think. So, play Channeler. Play Heat. Surveil. Steam Bench to the bin. Goodbye, friend. Let's play on tap and say go. So we have 1 Phoenix in the bin, 2 Lootings in the bin. You know, we could possibly return Phoenix's next turn. Ooh. Prosper, Tome Bound. 4 mana for a 1/4 Death Touch. At the end of your end step, exile top card of your library. You may play that card. Till the end of your next turn, you may play that card. You may play a card from exile, make a treasure. And they got a Liliana of the Veil. We draw Iteration. Alright, so we have a chance to play Phoenix here. Let's iterate. Surveil. It's pretty good card too, honestly. Lightning Axe, keep that one. So keep Lightning Axe. Ugh. Couldn't find a spell. Alright, let's put the axe into our... Doesn't actually matter either way. So put the axe into our hand. We have unfortunately whiffed here. We can kill this, but we can't return the Phoenix because we are 1 spell short. And they get to Liliana us. Which I guess isn't the end of the world, but I'm gonna keep Opt. Opt could start a chain of spells, so play this and attack. So if they Liliana minus, we just like probably kill it. So next turn we can like Opt and Looting. So we need to find a single 1 mana spell off Looting or Opt. So too shabby. Here's Liliana.
Those who get in my way tend to regret it.
Each player discards even though I'm empty-handed. Sure. We have 2 Phoenixes in the bin, right? They're going to play a Jarsal Dark Age Scion. 3 mana for a... What do they do? I have no cards in my hand. 3 mana for a 3/3. Many for combat, your turn, you may cast a spell with mana value with the intensity for free, and you keep pumping up the intensity. Sure. So let's cast Opt. I imagine we're good to go with these Surveils, too. Yeah, we should need to draw any spell, basically. So, alright. No, Shredders are not going to work for us. Draw Unholy Heat. Perfect. So, play Looting. We're mostly just milling, too, here, casting a spell. Surveil. Oh, I screwed up. Hold on. I should full control. We're going to discard what we draw anyway, so Iteration. I actually want to do this in response in case I actually it doesn't matter at all. Yeah, sure. Draw 2, discard 2. And then we hit this. Try and find a Phoenix. Oh, we did it! Alright. Party! That's what I'm talking about. That's the kind of turn we're looking for. Alright, so Jund mid-rangey stuff. Definitely have some must-kill creatures. Prosper, the 2/3/3s. I would say we're interested in Crackling Drake. I would say... What are we not interested in? Honestly, maybe Lightning Axe, because they are obviously it kills the bigger creatures, but like Heat kills them too most of the time, and I don't want to be in a spot where they like Thoughtseize me and my hand's not big enough for Lightning Axe. Yeah, this is fine. I don't want Spell Pierce. I don't think that is like pretty tight, honestly. I think Dragon Rage Channeler could like maybe be the cut. If we wanted to bring in some, like, we're scared of, like, Graveyard Hate and stuff, we could do that. Like, leave the Axes in and bring, like, Spell Pierce in or something like that. Let's stay creaturey, though. Yes, I know. No Jegantha. It's fine. Oh. The Drake's much more important. We're all about Crackling Drake here. We stand Crackling Drake. Alright. Hand is... fine. It's fine. little creaturey. A little soft to Thoughtseize, but we're going to play a red land, so... I mean, is it likely that our Channeler is not long for this world? We could just... it's like, what red... Maybe like Unholy Heat, maybe? I'll just play it, I guess. Right, play Channeler, so go. Nothing, okay. Do you think they played like a tap duel or like a Triumph or something like that? But let's see. Beseju. Okay, so red-green lands. Impact. Impact's pretty good. We draw Perilous Iteration. All right, that's also pretty good. So I think we're going to take a risk here. I don't want to play Shredder because they have three counters from this Molten Impact waiting in the wings. So any spell would kill my Shredder. No, actually, I'm going to wait. Yeah, because if I iterate and we're 3-2 hit a Drake, and we'd waste it in that case. So just like play Tap Land and opt. Whatever. It's fine. So they go. Not really in a rush. I think it's like mid-rangey deck. Ooh, their colors are terrible. Didn't they cast a freaking... didn't they cast a whatever last time? A Liliana? Here's Scavenging Ooze. Just a little annoying, honestly. But... Opt. They eat my thingy. Replay. I mean, I guess I don't want this Phoenix, so... Usually you do, but we draw Looting. Okay. We draw Iteration. A lot of good stuff, honestly. It's funny because now I actively want to draw Crackling Drake with the Iteration, so... We don't want a Looting. We want to kill this first. The problem is we need Delirium. It's kind of hard to get Delirium in this thing in play. So our only way to kill this is the Heats, which are not always going to work, which is actually really awkward. But let's Iteration. And we hit a Arclight and a Opt. So we'll just play Sulfur Falls and cast the Opt. Yeah, just say go. See how our turn looks and see what we're going to do here. So they find a black source. They tap out, we could definitely like get two Phoenixes and play next turn. Here comes the Scavenging Ooze. Nothing. Just stone, nothing. Sure. Might end up just hardcasting Phoenix, honestly. There's the Heat. So there's the Heat, but we need to get Delirium to remove this, which is pretty difficult, actually, at the moment. So just cast the Phoenix. They can kill it and then eat it, so what? Whatever, you know, like, worst case would be Stomp, I guess, but... Cool. Alright. They're gonna eat my graveyard. Yeah, between Looting and Shredder and Iteration, we can hopefully bin Phoenix. We can just cast it, though, honestly, too. Pretty nasty. So, the leftover damage from Impact comes in. So, I think we're going to board out our Channelers for Game 3. It's really bad against Impact, also. Impact's really good. This kills Drake as well. Take the Looting. So now we have Phoenix Looting Opt in the bin. Triple green, too. Obviously, it's good with the Ooze, so it's like super, like, nice Liliana deck, you know? Alright. Opt. Looting. Trying to parse out if there's a way to kill the Scavenging Ooze with my Unholy Heat or not. They know I have it too, which is a problem. We can like Iteration, Looting, discard Phoenix, move to combat, and then yeah, try and make them have to exile it and then heat it in response. We would lose the Phoenix but kill the Ooze. I think it's worth it. So let's just iterate first. God. Oh, man. Come on. Where are my spells? Alright. We'll put the Channeler into our hand. And exile the Breeding Pool. She might end up not even using. I'm not out of red now either. God, what a brutal, brutal set of draws here. I should play Channeler and Shredder, honestly. Oh, I screwed up, whatever. Obviously, should have had the land. That's actually pretty bad, because now I don't have a land to discard for my, my Delirium. Oopsie. Well, they found double black. The old... Oh, it's Shieldred. Alright, that's good. We can get a nice game. Alright, yeah. Tough game. Definitely really a little awkward. But let's go to Channelers. And let's bring the Lightning Axes back in, because they have Scavenging Ooze and Shieldred. And... We're on the play, so we're like a little more interested in the Channelers, honestly. But I think one of the Abrades. We'll just lean on our bigger creatures and card draw. Alright, on the play. Hand's pretty good. Honestly, we can keep this. Is this a looting on turn 1 hand? I don't really want to, no. So I should play Stomping Ground tapped. So go. Set up for Shredder on 2, and then try and iterate to find another Arclight. They have a discard spell, which is fine. Taking Shredder again. Very interesting, honestly. Alright, so... if we cast Perilous Iteration here, we're 3-2 to hit Phoenix over Drake. If we hit Drake, we can't cast it, obviously, which sucks. If we wait, we're not really doing much else, which kind of sucks. I'm just going to do it. Cool. And the red source, love it. Alright, so... okay. Let's iterate. Axe Looting Breeding Pool. Let's put the axe in our hand, Spirebluff, and cast Looting. Obviously not ideal if they have like a Scavenging Ooze or a Graveyard Hate card, but hand's still pretty good. A lot of features and lands there for looting. It's not ideal, but... sure. Hand's kind of bad, honestly, so that's fine. Just like flashback looting next turn. Just try and set up for the future turn. Sure. Draw Heat. Yeah, just flashback looting. Discard some of these lands. We draw Opt and Shredder. Cool, honestly. Let's discard a Botanical Sanctum. And then I think maybe actually a Lightning Axe. I think the second axe isn't necessary. And I want to have a second land too. 10 more lands, so I want to keep Shredder too. So let's discard this. And the Spirebluff tapped and just say go. And now I have access to 5 mana Opt Heat Axe to return Phoenixes, or Shredder, whatever. Here's a Pyromancer, sure. Discards a Molten Impact and another Pyromancer. Sure, it's cool with me. That should be everything we need, I think. Draw a land. Alright, so we want to play Shredder, but I don't want a Lightning Axe one. I want to save Axe for Shieldred. So if I go Shredder, Opt, Heat, but then I miss on a spell, I guess I can't just cast Axe then. That's fine. Alright, sure. Let's play Shredder. Play Shredder. Play Opt. Connive. Looting plays. So let's discard a Spirebluff Canal. No, it does not play. I don't have to see red. These Breeding Pools are kind of killing us today, honestly. Holy crap. I can't even cast the... Oh, I screwed up. I made an error. Obviously, we still have the Opt to resolve, too, but... Crap. Yeah, so we need to find an untapped red source or a blue card. Cool. Alright, we did it. Alright, so I cast Looting. Discard Breeding Pool Abrade. Pay 2. Cast Heat. Kill this. Return Phoenixes. And now I still have Drake and Lightning Axe behind, so we're in great shape. So a little dicey there. I think there might be one or two too many Breeding Pools in the deck. Might want a second copy of Sulfur Falls, even though it's a little awkward. They attack. I'll block. They're gonna, like, anger the gods me or something here, are they? That'd be wild. Chandra Torch of Defiance. Just like the Jun variety pack here. Add... Oh, don't you anger me. Don't you do it. Alright, that's fine. Brotherhood's End's fine. Connive. Let's discard the Lightning Axe at this point. I want to keep consider. I could. Yeah, that's good. Keep consider. Maybe I can get the Phoenixes back. We'll see. We draw. Ooh, Iteration's great, actually. Let's iterate. Oh, man, we're off now. We're off to the races, folks. More Phoenixes. Bin consider. Draw Heat. Cast Looting. Discarding Phoenix land. And Caw! So yeah. Thank God it was Brotherhood's End and not Anger of the Gods, you know?
It's over when I say it's over.
So now we have 3 Phoenixes in play, Lethal in play, Removal Spell, and then Drake and Iteration behind. So we got things covered on most fronts here. Play land. Play Scavenging Ooze. You're a little late, my friend. Hate to break it to you, but you're a tiny bit late. You have multiple everythings in the graveyard. Try and eat a Shredder. Sure. Works for me. Alright, let's roll. Alright, so the hand is 4 lands, but I think it's just fine. We just have Opt on 1. And then we have Iteration on 2. Go find a Phoenix. We can iterate on 3. And kind of just go from there. I think it sounds fine. You know, 4 lands is not ideal. We also have Looting to our deck and stuff too, so we can keep this. Let me see. A Seer Step Pathway and go. Cool. Draw Sanctum. Cool. So our mana is pain-free now. Obviously, the 5th land, not really looking for. We'll find a Looting or something like that, so. Little Rakdos action. Oh, I'm sorry. It's a Goblin deck. Cool. Didn't know it was Monday. Let's play Opt. It's bottom Steam Fence. And draw another Iteration. Okay, so top card is a Crypt. We draw a Phoenix. We really want to draw a Looting off of this iteration. Let's iterate. And we hit another land and an Arclight Phoenix. And we have to discard a hand size, actually, which is kind of cool. So actually, you know what? Maybe we discard the Phoenix in our hand. And this card we'll discard naturally anyway. Let's do that. So discard a Phoenix. You can see here there's a slight aura around it, means it'll be discarded the next turn. And then we have Expressive Iteration also. They have Expert on top and Fable the Mirror Breaker. Muxus is a little scary, but we can win the fair game, I think. We draw a Shredder. So we can Shredder here and just discard the Phoenix, or we can iterate and try and find like our removal spell for the Goblin or the Snoop. I mean, they have the Expert on top. This will just die if I play it. So let's iterate. We see Lightning Axe, Consider, and Faithless Looting. Let's put the Looting in our hand. And let's put the Consider Library, Axe here. Play this land. And we're going to Lightning Axe, discard a card. Do we kill Snoop, or do we kill the Goblin Shaman token? It's an interesting question here, because Snoop could matter, whereas the treasure will definitely matter, I think. I'm going to kill this. Kill this, discard the Arclight that we were just going to discard anyway. And now we have a million looks at a third spell. So we have 2 Arclights in the bin. We're about to get a third Arclight off Iteration. We can discard it to the Looting, and we should draw any spell that costs 1 to return 3 Phoenixes next turn, which is sweet. So they draw the Expert. The top card is a Battlecry Goblin. Let's see what they discard here. They discard a Sling Gang and a Fable. And they draw a Horde Master, and they have another Battlecry on top. Play a Battlecry from the top. And they could land and activate here if they wanted to, make a token. Or they can just play Horde Master, which is pretty good too. Just gonna activate. Interesting. So they're gonna go for the activation. This gives them a token, and they attack for 7. Down to 9, we draw another freaking Shockland. We might come up a little short here, honestly. We get to iterate. We need to draw. Oops. I guess I have to tap. Green and red. We need to draw a 1 mana removal spell, I think. So let's iterate. We draw a Channeler and a Phoenix. I don't like that. Let's cast Looting. And we whiffed. Alright, so pretty unlikely that we don't find a 1 mana card off of those 3, 1 mana spell off of those 3 looks there. But we did not find one. Now we can't record the Phoenixes, and we're just dead, actually. So, pretty tough game, honestly. But them's the breaks, I guess. We saw a bajillion cards and just couldn't put it together. Any 1 mana spell here, we cast it, return 3 Phoenixes. We could play defense if we want to, and then go for next turn and go from there. Plus, we're playing Shredders. I think we're in amazing shape. So, just kind of bricked. It's going to happen sometimes. It's unfortunate. So, we're going to sideboard in some mass removal spells. We only actually have 1 Brotherhood's End. Brandon Brotherhood's End. And it does make it so Jegantha isn't paired anymore, but whatever, it's fine. And we can shave. Channeler's like not the best against them, honestly. We could like cut all the Channelers, bring in like 2 Crackling Drakes and an Abrade, and just be a little more of a control deck, which I kind of like, honestly. I'm cool with this. Let's do this. And now Iteration will also find Drake too, which actually isn't ideal, because we'd rather find the Arclights every time. Find Drake's good too, though, I think, though. We need to be a little more careful with our Iterations, though, because casting it on turn 2 now isn't as good, but we're a little more of a control deck, I think, which is fine. Sure. We can keep this. We're not going to Looting on 1. I think a discard, but we're going to Shredder on 2 and then go from there. Spirebluff Canal for days. So, Perilous, the issue is that if we hit a Crackling Drake, we don't want to discard that. So, definitely one of the downsides of bringing Crackling Drake is it makes the Perilous Iterations a little worse. Playing Fatal Push, huh? Alright, sure. Unholy Heat. So, we'll just play Iteration. The other Iteration. And we'll put Iteration into our hand. Ship the land. Consider. Just cast the Consider. It is true if you don't use it, you lose it. And we'll say go. See a Fable the Mirror Breaker. And we draw an Arclight Phoenix. Okay. So we can Perilous here and try and spike another Phoenix. and return Phoenix this turn. Let's play the land first. We hit a Drake in 4. I mean, hitting Drake's not even that bad, honestly, because we can just, like, play it next turn. It's still good. So I'll cast Looting. We're going to discard the Arclight and the Opt we can't, we have to cast next turn. And then we'll play Unholy Heat, kill the Goblin, return to Phoenix. So, would have had 2 Phoenixes here, but I think playing Drake next turn is just good anyway, so. Drake's a much safer card, also gets like Graveyard Hate and stuff like that too. So next turn we get to go Drake, tap land, keep playing Magic, no big deal. They discard Snoop and Prospector. So digging deep here. Probably gonna have a land. Play Snoop. Top card is a Secluded Courtyard. Play Mountain. And play Unveiled Hoardmaster. We draw Abrade. So pretty easy Drake here. Drake's getting huge. Just probably get a one-shot the next turn. Play this tapped. Get it for 3. So go. I think barring a Muxus here or something like crazy like that, I think we're good to go. Top card is Muxus, but they can't cast it, obviously, so they only have 5 mana. So if they have, like, land, Prospector, cast Muxus off the top, that'd be pretty good, but Battlecry Goblin? Sure. Giving haste to Reflection is pretty cool, but they can't use it, actually. Okay. That's pretty good, honestly. So give everything haste. And they can copy their Snoop or their Hoardmaster. They could just jam, too, honestly. But I think they're dead next turn. We have 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, that's they're pretty likely they're dead next turn. So they attack with a bunch of stuff. We're going to block... we block Hoardmaster. This goes to the top. I don't want to do that. Let's block the 3/3. So we're not dead, which is the important part. And we untap and kill them. So untap and start casting spells. Hoardmaster, yada, yada, yada. I guess they got the card right into that shouldn't matter, so. Alright, so untap and draw stop. So let's cast an Opt. Oh, Consider's actually fine. I should actually cast Iteration first, but play Iteration. We're gonna put the. It's in our hand. Yeah, they're just dead. So bin this. Casted Looting. Discard Iteration and Abrade. Actually, do I? Yeah, no, sure. I'm a big fan of Crackling Drake. Not gonna lie. And a little more for posterity, and then slam for way more than lethal. The Drake one shot by itself. So Drake, obviously, while it wasn't a Phoenix for our iteration, still has a lot of value for sure. All right, so game 3 we are on the draw. I think I want this extra Abrade in. And maybe we shave... I might shave an Expressive, honestly. It is the slowest card by far. And I think that we up other iterations... Actually, you know what? Maybe it's actually Perilous Iteration. Because we have the Crackling Drakes, I don't want to cast Sun turn 2. Let's shave one of those. No Jegantha. Don't need him. Wouldn't mind drawing the Brotherhood's End this game. Only have 1. Probably should have 2 on the board, maybe, but... And we have 2 lands. Iteration, Shredder, Drake, Heat, Incubus. We have Iteration to find our 3rd land. We have Shredder 2, which is great. They had that push, too, in that first game. They had that push in the first game, which is kind of wild, actually, so... I'm going to shock this in. It's obviously like, hey, I have Heat, but it could be Opt, obviously, or whatever, so... Ideally, we'll kill whatever they play, untap, play Shredder, and then start doing stuff next turn. Hoardmaster, sure. Kill Hoardmaster and reveal, hopefully, a Goblin they can't cast. They can play an Expert, but they can't really use it, so... Looting, not a bad draw. Here's Shredder. Next turn, we iterate. Get our game on. Sure. I mean, pushes are fine. You know, like, Shredder's obviously great, but... Should I cast it as a 1/1? Sure, you got it. Alright, so... Cast Iteration. No land. Kind of crappy, honestly. We keep the... Keep the Shredder. So we're gonna cast Opt off Sanctum, so we get our card. I don't actually have a third red for, or second red for Drake. Let's keep the Shredder. So go hand. He Opt. Play Sanctum. Play Opt. There's our red. Right, we're gonna keep that. It's a little awkward, but sure. So now the option to go Shredder plus Abrade. We can go Crackling Drake. We do a lot of things here. Let's see what they do first. Get a better idea. Fable. Okay. And Prospector. Now, I would love to draw Brotherhood's End. That's for sure. 1. So, Muxus next turn. Can't stop it. Draw Unholy Heat. I would need to kill Prospector and Shaman. And even then, they're like so close casting anyway. I think it's fine. So, I think it's just Crackling Drake this turn. And like let them have what they got. Otherwise, we're playing Shredder. We could go Shredder Heat, Connive, and then play Tapland. Or Shredder Abrade. Which is probably a little better. Right now we have Creature, yeah, Ben lands. We'll see. We've been, but Drake is only 3 power currently. That's doing Expert right now too, which kind of sucks. All right, let's I think I want to Abrade. Shredder, Abrade. Not ideal, but I guess it's just going to block the 2-2. I guess there's an argument there to honestly kill the Prospector, maybe. But let's go to Looting and Pump. Because this can block the 2-2. And they have Muxus next turn with Prospector. I guess they just like attack anyway and cast Muxus, but as he post-combat. I don't know, I'm not sure, honestly. Let's see what the loots are on the Fable. Just discarding 1 card. It's a land. So I would say Muxus is not like a lock. It's a lock. All right, sure. All right, well, I mean, the floor to ceiling here is pretty wide, so... No Insta-Scoop. They hit Hearse, Muxus, Bugbear, Blightstep. The actual Stone Cold whiff. Wow. I almost feel bad, and then I remember that I don't feel bad. All right, so... We do want to kill Muxus. We also want to cast Crackling Drake, too. See if we draw a red land off this, I guess. We can connive, discarding the breeding pool to get our Delirium. We draw a Consider now. Alright, so whatever. Play 2 life. Consider. And we'll discard another Looting. Sure. So 3-5, say go. Arclight in the graveyard. Love to see that. Draw Iteration. Okay. Just say go. I think there's a chance we killed him next turn. We have Iteration right now is 3-1 to hit a Phoenix. There are 3 Phoenixes and one Crackling Drake left. Flip Reflection. What's the last card? It's a Horde Master. I think it's good, but not good enough. Yeah, this is an attack for a lot, but just take it, untap, and probably kill them with Phoenixes. They can, like, start sacking Goblins and trying to Mize a Expert off their Horde Master, which is kind of fun, but... Alright, let's cast Iteration. Let's start there. Hopefully we hit a Phoenix, not a Drake. Hey! Okay, I forgot. There's one more card I forgot about. There's also Brotherhood's End. Which is... not really castable here. Okay, that's awkward. We can iterate again... But then I connive. I need a red source to discard. And okay, I could miss. Yeah, 3 Phoenixes, 1 Drake left. And no red source, which is the issue. We could just Looting first. I guess, no, Looting's part of the way to get it in the graveyard. Alright, I'm going to cast this. We also have Consider to find it, too. So let's Perilous Iteration again. Connive. Draw a unusable red land. Discard Brotherhood's End, I think. So we're not playing this turn. We're actually probably in trouble if we don't win this turn, so... Need to find a Phoenix. Need to find an untapped red land is the real issue. Oh, the Crackling Drake, too. And a tap red land. Oh, my God. We're breaking so hard. It's actually unbelievable how hard we're breaking right now. All right, consider. Now you need your red land. You need a red land. Need a red land. Untap red land. God, unbelievable. All right. Now we're dead. I cannot believe it. I guess I could have not been greedy on the iteration. Both iterations missed a Phoenix. We didn't find the red land. That comes in untapped. We couldn't cast the looting. We could have sequenced a little more safely, I guess. But, alright, yeah, you got me. I guess we'll make them kill us. But oh, I'm sorry. We have one Phoenix. We have one Phoenix. So, are they dead? Wait, on 12, 13, 14, 16. It's 19. Oh, my God. No. So if I just cast the looting, probably would have. Yeah, I think I just punted. I think casting second iteration was unnecessary. I just cast a bunch of spells and killed them with what I had. I just totally punted. But all right, I punted, but we'll say go. We're not dead yet. This is 16, 17, 18, 19. They draw Sling Gang and just kill me. All right, sure. All right. Yeah, I should have won that turn. I screwed up. All right, my bad. That was a surefire win, and I just threw it away. But mistakes happen. So what I did was I was being too greedy and trying to go too big when I didn't need to go. I didn't need to cast second iteration, and second iteration means that I can cast the looting and the consider instead, which puts like 4 more cards in the bin, and that makes the Drake big enough where Drake, Shredder, and Arclight is lethal. Because this is obviously 19. We're only one short, so I screwed up. It happens. You know, it's just is what it is. As I often say, the only difference between my mistakes and your mistakes is I make my mistakes live on the internet. On the play, 4 lands. I want to keep, like, it's not great, but I mean, I would happily keep this 6 with only, you know, and then bottom of land, so we'll keep. You know, when you have looting in your deck, you can afford to, and then Shredder also, you can afford to fish away some lands. So fire up this opt and see what we can do. Hallowed Fountain. Consider. Is that better than a random card? I think it is, honestly. Sure. Shred ya. I mean, if we get lucky next turn, we can put a Phoenix in play. Portable. Never mind. What? What? You have to 1 land hand? Are you crazy? Iteration, love it. Let's go. Find ourselves with a Phoenix and opt. Alright, so I'd like to find a looting here, but alright. Let that be a lesson to you. Don't keep 1-landers. Are we going to do anything here? I don't think so. They could be a control deck. They could be an auras deck. They could be an affinity deck. They could be lots of things. Could, like, bring in a Abrade and, like, hedge maybe or something like that. I guess Cindervines hedges against both, right? So, you bring in Cindervines, cut the axes. Sure. Let's try that. It's a little worse for our Phoenixes, but you know, you gotta do something, you know? Gotta feel like you're part of the game. Taking game actions. Sure, I only saw 2 cards. I'm gonna sideboard anyway. Alright, so let's see what they are. Portable. I mean, they got the 1-lander. Like, they're probably like an affinity deck, but hand's great. Keep. Yeah, okay, cool. So, obviously, we will board. They have the nuts. They have a turn 1 4/4. Sure. Yeah, okay. Obviously, we will board differently for game 3 if we lose. Still isn't that bad, but yeah. So the old Virtual Foundry plus Doctor, sacrifice and make a 4/4 on turn 1 of the play. It's pretty good. We can Channeler, Double Surveil, Cindervines the token, I guess, next turn. Casket. Oh, man. I'm reaching for my Ancient Grudges and my Brotherhood's end. Ancient Grudge, please come save me. Arclight Phoenix. Okay. I'm gonna looting here because I think it's just like I want to get as deep as possible, and we're in trouble, honestly. So I'm just gonna bin Shredder, draw Phoenix. Cindervines is obviously not like ideal here. It's shipped. It's really, really slow. Just ship that. So we have Sorcery Enchantment Creature. Barbed Spike. Get that affinity going. It's also a Thopter for Foundry. So pretty good hand they've got here. We're at 10. Iteration. And we cannot produce a Phoenix this turn. Yeah, I mean, you can see here how, like, we're like, man, we miss a land drop or something like that. No, their hand was just really, really good. We're on the draw, and they just produced 8 power on turn 3. We can't Phoenix here unless we were to consider opt and then draw a removal spell, which might even be like the best chance to win. But playing Shredder or Iteration just like doesn't really do anything. We can block one of these, I guess. That like sort of works. Like post combat a Shredder, and then cast Consider, and then we'll have Delirium to block. Have a 2/4. And then maybe next turn we can like put it together. I think I like that actually. Alright, so no attacks. Pay 2. Shredder. Consider. Surveil. Binning a Phoenix. Alright. Cool. Or I mean, I'm sorry. Whatever. Scry. Discard Iteration. Hive. Consider. Yeah, it's pretty bad, honestly. Like, I assume they were a control deck because they just like, I don't know why they would concede on turn 2 with Affinity because they have all 1s and 2s, but Cindervines, I mean, it can kill a 4/4. It's horribly mana inefficient, though. I'm just going to dump it. Draw a Channeler. Alright. So, now they make a 4/4. We can block a 4/4 with these 2. And then I guess like hope we draw Unholy Heat. Ah, come on. All right, fine. All right. So we'll just board in our actual sideboard cards for game 3. So we're bringing Abrade, Grudge, Brotherhood's End, and then it's kind of cool also because the iteration kind of semi-tutors for the Brotherhood's End, which is nice. Cindervines is out, and then I would say we don't want the channelers. I might even bring in like an axe or 2. Bring an axe. It's axe. Killing their stuff's pretty important, honestly. We gotta shave 1 card now. Might be expressive. It's the slower of the 2 iterations. Oh yeah, we're at 22. Let me kind of land. We're at 22 lands. Kind of land on a draw is fine, I think. And these breeding pools have been like a little too numerous anyway, so let's do this. So yeah, 2 Grudges now. 2 Grudge, 2 Abrade, a Brotherhood's End, and then we have that 1 Brotherhood's End. We have a lot of ways to find it because we just keep playing our iterations over and over again, and we're 4-1 to hit it every time. So yes, every iteration we cast, we have 5 targets. So on the play. Love it. Keep. Interesting question. Do we try and play the Heat or not? Yeah. Like, do I want to, like, shock? I guess we're not playing Iteration next turn. Yeah, just put us down. It's like probably have S% on our deck, too, so we can just, like, kill that on turn 2. There's your Foundry. No Thopter, though, so they don't got the nuts this time. That's good to see. Alright, so let's Grudge this right away. Before they can use it. I do love me some Ancient Grudge, I'm not gonna lie. This was like the go-to anti-artifact card back in the day. It's fallen out of favor in recent years, but Foundry number 2. And they draw the Thopter? Oh my god. Alright, sure, whatever. Didn't have it last turn, obviously. Alright, so we can obviously kill the Foundry, but might just kill the Thopter. Let's play Iteration. And ooh, gonna counter it? Wow, look at you. Now I can just kill this, though. So now I just go Stomping Ground and Grudge this. It's a good exchange, because Thopter by itself doesn't do anything, obviously, so now my hand is Iteration, double removal spell, Phoenix. Feels pretty good. How about no 3rd Foundry? Be cool. I'd appreciate that. Shock and a land and play Barbed Spike. So the goal here is that it's 2 artifacts in 1 for affinity. We draw Perilous Iteration. Let's kind of guess. They could play another Rebuke here, though. So I think I would like to play Expressive Iteration. I think Perilous is more important. So they counter this, so be it. And no way I can use Heat to break this up anyway, so. Sure. So they counter this, and they have almost nothing left, which is actually great for us. So, totally fine. So they have literally a 2/1 flyer and an 0/2 flyer and 2 cards in hand, and they only have 3 artifacts for Thought Monitor. Oh, that's Reign of Truth. Cool. Plays perfectly into our hands, I think. Just killed that in response. Now he gets a untap and iterate. And we're going to draw an Arclight Phoenix. Okay. We just go Spirebluff. Heat this again. This is going to be +1, 2, 3, 4. It's going to be a... Yeah, we could, like, just kill the Reign of Truth. No, actually we can't. Just kill this. Kill this. And hope I don't draw a heater here. Dark Citadel, sure. Alright. So now the question is, do I want Sarcastic Considers? Or do I want to just, like, play a Phoenix here and bin a Phoenix? We can start playing Phoenixes, honestly. This is going to be a 1, 2, 3. It's a 4/4. Yeah, let's play this. Do it the old-fashioned way, you know? They can give it flying, but obviously I have wasted. It's funny, it's like this actually is pretty good against us because like we have a lot of like shatter effects that can't kill this necessarily, but I guess any shatter would just shatter this thing and it would shrink it, but alright, let's already seen 3 of our iterations. Let's just cast Consider, I guess. Opt. It's better than a random draw, I think, so. Guess that. No more lands, please. Consider. Alright, I guess, I mean... Alright. I mean, casting Consider doesn't really do anything here. Also hit exactly a Phoenix. I just save it for next turn, honestly. And do I want to like play this or hold it? I want to hold it for looting, I think. Yeah, I'm just gonna say go. Just don't draw Thought Monitor, basically. No Thought Monitor and no Retrofitter Foundry. Draw another land. Jeez. Is Shredder any good? I guess it's better than a random card. And now do I want to like play Shredder Phoenix next turn? So just say, gonna play tap land. Just say go. It's a weird game, honestly. Oh my god. I'm okay, I screwed up. I didn't realize, I thought this gave the creature flying. It makes a flying creature. So I could have been attacking this whole time. Oh man. Alright, sure, whatever. My bad. Sorry I haven't seen Barb Spike in a while. Iteration's pretty good. Alright, what's Shredder? Let's cast Phoenix. They're gonna counter it maybe with the rebukes. What else do they have at this point? Gets Connive. Discard a land. Just attack with both. Like I should have been doing probably previously. Alright, yeah, sure. So my bad. If anyone's wondering why I wasn't attacking, I thought this game thing gave plus so I'm flying. Thought I made a servo, not a thopter. My bad. Grafdigger's Gauge, just a little late maybe. Doing things the old-fashioned way. Here comes a 6/5, we'll take it. And then I imagine we're going to kill next turn. I guess we're actually probably one short, but let's iterate and see what's up. That's a lot of lands. Draw or cast iteration. Looting, Abrade, looting. Let's put the Abrade in our hand. And do this. Cast the looting with 2 lands in hand. Connive. Do I want the counter on the Shredder? I don't really need it, honestly. I'm about to draw 2 anyway, though. Yeah, sure. Oh, boy. So now I can Abrade the cage and just kill them. It's cool, I guess. Let's discard 2. They could have a counterspell, I suppose, but... Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't discard the Phoenix. Oh, folks, it's been a long weekend, all right? I've been doing a lot of content for trying to bank up content because I'm playing the Pro Tour, and I'm going to be away for 2 weeks, so I might have worked 18 hours yesterday during the early access 10 new brews. Sure, whatever. This is all fine. We're still in heavily favored, I think, here, so let's just attack. Heat is not on, but I have a Abrade too. Let's just attack like this. And, like, just kill them next turn. We have double kill spell and a blocker. We just hardcast Phoenix next turn. Like, if they draw, like... If they have, like... They draw Shadow Spear and have a counterspell in their hand. Like, maybe... Right, Thought Monitor's good. That's, like, the best draw, possibly. Draw 2. Casket, Connive. We're gonna hardcast Phoenix next turn because we can't. You know, now I need to kill something that's not the cage. So here's your casket. This would eat the Shredder in theory. I think I Abrade the casket here, so the Shredder doesn't go away and stays big. I still have the heat up also. Cool. All right, so a little sloppy there at the end, but we'll take it. So they got us at the old strategic concession there, not letting us know what they were playing, but in the end we take them down. All right, so there you go. This deck is super sweet. I really think this deck is like one of the more inventive Phoenix decks in a while, and a deck that really kind of like solves some of the problems that Phoenix decks have, where they have the issue of just like not finding Phoenix. You know, if you play a Phoenix in whatever format, and you know 3 of your 4 Phoenixes in your bottom 20 cards, it can be kind of hard to win. This deck solves that problem by like sort of just demonic tutoring them out, which is super cool. So love the design of this card, really fun. Love how this deck is using it. Playing all good cheap stuff also. Mana base, I think there's a few too many breeding pools here. I'd probably want another Sulfur Falls, even though it is kind of awkward because like you're playing all the Spirebluff Canals, but like you just need more blue-red lands. I mean, you can even play like, I mean, the pathways aren't great because you have to choose. I don't know. You could play like the Slow Land. You could play Shivan Reef. I'm not sure exactly, but there are just too many blue-red lands in the deck for sure for only one red card. One green card, I'm sorry. So, blue, red, green, whatever. Blue-green lands for the red-green card. And the sideboard, I kind of want a second Brotherhood's End. I think the Abrades and the Grudges and the End might be too much. We could shave one of those, but Celebrate is great. Deck's sweet. Like it a lot. So, hope you enjoyed it. CoolStuffInc.com. I believe this video is going to go up during the Pro Tour, right? We've got video... I'm sorry, no. In the week of the Pro Tour. So, the Pro Tour is going to be in 5 days. It's Friday the 17th to Friday the 19th. It is a Pioneer and Draft Paper Pro Tour. As you're watching this, I am currently in Philadelphia testing with Team CFB or whatever and my Worlds team and prepping for it. Hopefully, we have a cool deck and hopefully things go well. So, check it in, tune it in, see how it goes. I'll see you folks when I get back, all right? Thanks for watching, folks. Appreciate it. I'm David at CoolStuffInc.com. Have a good one, folks.